Hi, are you feeling tired, stressed, perhaps a little bloated, or even overwhelmed at this Christmas season? Look around you, my friend. You are not alone. There are others in that same boat. Hi, I'm Karen Fisk, and I am founder of Health Trekking with Karen. Um, the song, the Christmas song, would tell us this is the most wonderful time of the year. But statistics would tell us a lot different. Statistics tell us that there is a sense of overwhelm, that there's depression, that there is stress. And any of you who are out, well, really all of us are feeling a little bit of that probably as we're moving towards Christmas, and perhaps some of you celebrate Hanukkah. But as we're moving toward that season, it really does get that way for all of us. So really, as we look at that holiday season, the best way to combat those feelings is to take care of ourselves. Now, that's not something we always stop to think about. That's not something we always do. But that is one thing that I love to teach my clients, is to take care of themselves. Yesterday in our chat, in our broadcast, we talked about 6 macro habits of health. Now, if you caught that on a replay, or if you were there live with me, throw a chat in the comment. Let me know if you remember what one of those macro habits were. And I'm going to give you some hints in just a second. So check that out. But if you were here and you saw those habits, throw it in there. Let me know what you thought of those, which one you might have considered important in your world. But for those of you who are not here, let me just show you what some of those were. One, Christmas ball again. One is healthy eating and healthy hydration. That's a macro habit of health. Another one is healthy sleep, getting the proper amount of sleep. Healthy mind is the next one. This one, let's see. Oh, healthy weight management. I confessed yesterday on our broadcast that this is the one that I deal with the most, is healthy weight management. Another is healthy surroundings. You want your surroundings to enable you to be able to have a healthy lifestyle. And the last one is healthy motion. So you've got weight management, eating, hydration, sleep, motion, mind, surroundings. Look at those 6 macro habits. During the holidays, it is very easy for those to get out of balance because our routine is disheveled. Everything is in chaos for a lot of us. So how do we change that? How do we keep those things in balance? Well, first of all, let me tell you, as I teach in the system that I coach, that cannot all be done at the same time. The best way to do this is to choose one of those habits, one of those macro habits, and focus on that one thing, making changes, doing what you need to do to make that happen. So the first thing you want to do is determine which of those macro habits you want to focus on. Which one of those is the most out of balance right now in your world? And then once you determine that, we're going to take some steps to help you correct that. Let's say, for instance, well, actually, the goal here is for us to help you take ownership of your choices. Because once you manage to gain, we're all in this boat together, and all of our journeys can do this, but it's always going up. But once we are able to gain a mastery of the small choices, then we're able to create the macro habit of health. So the first thing we want to do is it actually takes there are 4 steps to making this change. So today we're only going to look at one of those. We don't want to overwhelm you with the overwhelm. So the first thing that you have to do in this is to create what we call structural tension. This is a concept that we teach, and it truly does help us to change those macro habits, but we do it one small habit at a time. In creating structural tension, what we ask our clients to do is to look at your current situation. What is your current reality? Now, I'm going to ask you, if you're brave enough to do this for me, throw in the comments which of those macro habits you're wanting to focus on. Which of those macro habits, as you've looked at the list and you think about what's in an improper balance in your world, throw in the comments which one you're willing to deal with. For our illustration today, let's use because I've talked about struggling with it myself, that of healthy eating, healthy weight management. Okay, healthy weight management, controlling that. Look at the current reality. What's going on right now in your world that you know it's out of balance? For instance, are you feeling sluggish? Are you just weak and have no energy? Difficulty making it through the day and staying mentally focused? Are the scales tipping a little too high? Are the having to let that notch out on the belt, perhaps on the belt loop, that kind of thing? So look at your current reality, determine what that is. Our second part of that is to look at our secondary choices. The secondary choices are those choices that we make every day that affect that macro habit. For instance, portion control. If we're looking at controlling our current reality of being overweight, then we want to look at portion control. We want to move those holiday treats. We want to keep those to a minimal in the house. I know if you've got family members who want to enjoy them, you learn to put them in a shelf that you don't go to every day. You want to look at eating breakfast every day, properly fueling your body. Now, with our system that I coach, we have a system that we teach our clients that helps level their blood sugar. And when that happens, it really does knock those cravings out and helps our clients to get to their macro habit. But anyway, you want to look at those secondary choices and how they're going to affect. The third thing we ask you to do then is to look at your desired results. Desired results in this situation would be to have a healthy BMI. It would be to maybe have more energy to do that extra Christmas shopping, more energy and just a happier sense of who you are, to have happy, fun memories with family during the holidays, to be able to have the energy to go play football on Christmas afternoon, to take that hike with your family on Christmas afternoon, to go Christmas caroling, whatever is fun for you, to have the energy you need. Now, here's the way this works is once you've reached that, you get that understanding of your desired goal, your desired results, let your mind go there. Let your mind really see yourself participating in life in that way. Once you get that vision clear, then you are more able to commit to those secondary choices that are going to reach that macro habit. So in recap, what you're going to do in the first step toward making those changes to help with that fatigue, to help with that chaotic stuff, is to get some things in balance. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to decide which of the macro habits you want to deal with. There's going to be a little bit of noise here, but we put those macro habits back into our life. I think you saw this on the last broadcast. So we're going to put those macro habits in here. Okay, that's the first part. The second thing we're going to do is determine those secondary choices. And that was what these little marbles were in yesterday's illustration. These are the secondary choices. Again, a little bit of noise. Okay, so we got the secondary choices. So you see those secondary choices are supporting those macro habits. So that's where we want you to move in that. Now, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with step 2. We're going to explore what the habit loop is that will help us in supporting these macro habits. So if this has been helpful for you, what I would like for you to do is to put in the comments again which of the macro habits you're wanting to focus on, how you want to get there, what maybe some of your secondary choices are that you're determined to commit to. And if this has been helpful to you, I would ask you to maybe share it with a friend. Encourage someone else who's also struggling this holiday season and needs some help in maintaining some of these healthy habits. Also, I would encourage you to check out my fan page, Health Trekking with Karen, and just see if there's some helpful things there. There's some recipes. There's some other helpful holiday hints. So check that out, Health Trekking with Karen. And again, let's work together so that this really can be the most wonderful time of the year. Have a great holiday.